Hey friends, welcome back to the official Mental Health Matters channel. This is your favorite YouTube therapist, Sarge, and I just wanted to talk to you briefly today about that any habit, any behavioral pattern can actually become an addiction. Even healthy things that are normally considered healthy, right? Like we can take things too far. And this goes for literally anything, exercise, healthy eating, right? Like I've known personal friends of mine who were so addicted to running that they did massive damage to their knees and ankles and were advised by a doctor that they needed to stop running, but they were so obsessed with it at that point that they couldn't stop, and they did even more damage to their knees. And at some point, this person is unfortunately going to probably be in a wheelchair unless medical advances, allow him some different options, which could happen. But health food too, right? And supplements, right? Like supplements is another big one. Like people think, vitamin D is good for you, so I'm gonna take tons of vitamin D. Well, you can overdose on anything, really. Even water. There's a thing in my field called polydipsia, which is actually addiction to water. And you may not know this, but there's such a thing as drinking too much water. You can actually drink so much that you throw off the electrolytes in your brain, causing seizures, even death. So, what are you saying, Sarge? Are you saying don't drink water? No, of course you need to drink water, right? It's your body needs water, right? And most of us are probably not drinking enough water. But just the point is, all things in moderation, right? And that, is it okay for you to eat that chocolate bar? Well, unless you have an allergy to chocolate, yeah, I would say, in fact, there's some evidence that chocolate's good for you. There's evidence that some caffeine is good for you. Is drinking a full pot of coffee good for me? No. So we all have to practice moderation with everything that we consume. And I also do firmly believe, as a therapist, I do firmly believe that, if you like things like chocolate and coffee and things like that, that maybe some things that are traditionally considered, too much is bad for us, like in small amounts, like there's something to be said for rewarding yourself with a little bit of dopamine in the brain. Life is short, right? Have that chocolate bar occasionally, have that cup of coffee in the morning and enjoy it. But again, I really want to encourage everybody out there, please, if you get into something, especially running or, health food or supplements, whatever, just slow down and do your research and figure out how much is too much, right? This is where the medical community can be helpful. Talk to your doctor, talk to your therapist, and do your own due diligent research, of course, right? But what I don't want you to do is, because some TikTok person did a viral thing that said, I took, so much vitamin D and I feel fantastic, I feel 20 years younger. That's not a reliable medical source unless they're giving you the credentials, right? As for me, my credentials, I've been a therapist in the field for 25 years. And I've worked with all different populations, young, old, rich, poor, private industry, public industry, you name it. I've had a lot of different experiences. In my current field of practice, I work with first responders and veterans. A lot of times, a lot of them have trauma issues, including PTSD, all right? Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you got anything of value out of this, please consider giving me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Please take care of your mental health. Your mental health matters.